It's the most powerful show on television. High drama, with intense energy. A show dedicated to a few brave souls who risk their lives for the sake of their craft. Its in-depth reporting goes to the core and unlocks the mysteries behind today's raciest sport. Motorsports. Catch it when you can.
The Speed Station welcomes you to Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the running of the Miller Lite Brickyard 400. Today's race is a 64-lap event. Stage 1 ends on lap 16 and Stage 2 on lap 32. Chase Briscoe scores his first career pole above Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Cole Custer, Ryan Blaney, Brad Keselowski, Austin Dillon, and Martin Truex Jr. And notable drivers who failed to make today's race are the 32 of Corey LaJoie, Ryan Preece, and amazingly, the 48 car of Jimmy Johnson in his final season failed to make today's race at the Brickyard.
Gentlemen, start your engines!
And there's the green flag at Indianapolis. Chase Briscoe gets a very good jump above the 22 car heading off into turn number 1. Looks like the 11 car of Denny Hamlin will take up second. Ooh, a little bit of a wiggle in the mid-pack with the number 57 car getting sideways coming off turn number 2. Looks like the 18 car of Kyle Busch on the inside line will take up the third spot, right behind his teammate Denny Hamlin. And on the front straightaway, lap 1 will be led by Chase Briscoe. Ryan Blaney just got around his teammate Joey Logano to move up into 4th spot. And Cole Custer now getting around Logano to move into 5th. So now the leaders, the top 4 specifically, have broken away from the rest of the pack with a 4-car train out front, with the 12 car of Blaney looking onto the inside of Kyle Busch. And Blaney has taken up 3rd. Those two running side by side has brought the 41 car of Custer into the mix. The 11 car of Hamlin is right up on the back bumper of the 99, but the 12 car of Blaney takes a look onto the inside entering 3. Forces the 11 car out of the inside line, but slides back up in front of the 18 with the 18 making the crossover to the inside. Now Kyle Busch has moved up into 3rd. Blaney back down to 4th as he is being challenged by the 41 for the spot. Now Blaney back to the inside of Kyle Busch. And Blaney back up into 3rd. The 41 car now to the inside of the 18. And it looks like the 17 car of Chris Buescher will follow him, giving him help down the back straight. Kyle Busch will fall down to 6th with Buescher going up into 5th. And Logano still rapidly falling back on the outside line. He has dropped outside the top 15. Blaney to the inside of Hamlin. And your point leader, Ryan Blaney, has moved up into 2nd. Kyle Busch has just got back around Chris Buescher to move back up into 5th. Blaney right on the back bumper of the 99, down the back straight. Tries taking a look onto the outside. Gets a little bit outside of the groove and loses quite a bit of time on the 99. Kyle Busch making a move on the inside of the 41 of Cole Custer. Looks like Kyle Busch will take up the 4th spot, now 3 wide for 5th. Eric Almirola on the inside. And as that battle continues, the 12 cars pulled right up onto the back bumper of the 99. 3 cars under a blanket for the lead, with the 12 going to the inside. And now we have a new leader with Ryan Blaney taking the lead. The 11 and 99 cars battle for 2nd. Chase Briscoe back to the inside of the 12 entering turn 3. Denny Hamlin also went wide and led his teammate Kyle Busch onto his inside. And it looks like Blaney will fight off the 99, but now the 18 car trying to make a look onto the inside of the 99. Kyle Busch fell back in line to retain the third spot. Briscoe back to the inside. Almost contact entering turn 1, and Chase Briscoe is back out front. Custer back to the inside of Hamlin. That will move the 41 car up to 4th. We've had a large stack up on the exit of turn number 2, and the caution flag is out. And in the race back to the caution, it is Chase Briscoe above Ryan Blaney. At the stripe for third, it is Kyle Busch above Cole Custer, then Denny Hamlin. Last year's winner of this race, Ryan Newman, enters turn 1 a little bit too hard, going 3 wide, then makes contact with Kurt Busch and Kyle Larson. Busch slams hard into the outside wall, almost turns over. Then Newman back down into Ty Dillon and Chase Elliott. Those two impact the inside wall. Then the 57 collects the 38, 89, and 21 cars. And once again, Chase Elliott has a wrecked race car early in the race. Right now, he's outside the top 25 in points with almost no shot at making the playoffs without scoring a win. First car off pit road is Chase Briscoe getting out in front of Ryan Blaney, then Kyle Busch, Eric Almirola, and Cole Custer. And the only cars out of the race after that incident are Ryan Newman and Ty Dillon. And I have not mentioned any of the sports car and open wheel ringers in this race who are only running this race, including the 02 car of Juan Pablo Montoya, the 42 of Scott Dixon, and the 05 of Sam Hornish Jr. Would you believe that after his misfortune at the start of the race and a poor pit stop, Joey Logano is already down to 24th spot? Green flag, just 4 laps to go in stage 1. Blaney with a very good restart on the 99, taking a look down onto the inside, entering turn number 1. And Ryan Blaney is now back out front. Briscoe's going to get freight trained if he stays up on the outside line. Now a big run coming from the 18 car of Kyle Busch. He's got the 10 car of Almirola, though, trying to make a look onto the inside. Eric Almirola has driven his way up into second. Now the 8 and 18 cars battle for third spot. That's Tyler Reddick, the winner of Texas earlier in the season. But Kyle Busch will retain the third spot. And as you see, the 99 car is still stuck up on the outside line, dropping back several positions almost outside the top 10. Now the 8 car back to the inside, the 18, with Reddick moving up into third. Chris Buescher in the 17 car for Roush Fenway has driven his way up into fourth. Now the 2 car Brad Keselowski will take up 5th spot. The 18 car of Kyle Busch losing several spots on the outside. And there is the white flag in stage 1 for Ryan Blaney. Martin Truex Jr. has just driven his way up into 5th spot, with Harvick up into 6th and Chase Briscoe back into 7th. And as the 8 and 10 cars battle for 2nd spot, Ryan Blaney will win stage 1. Looks like the 10 car of Almirola will take 2nd above Reddick, then Chris Buescher, and Martin Truex Jr. taking 5th. NASCAR on Speed Station is being brought to you by Built by Me Chassis and Engine Parts, by Smeat Heat, the real canned meat paste, and by Start & Park, the official motel brand of NASCAR. And we have a big shakeup coming off pit road with Chris Buescher taking the lead above Eric Almirola, then Juan Pablo Montoya taking up 3rd, then Kyle Busch in 4th, and Myatt Snider in 5th. Ryan Blaney has dropped all the way down to 8th after a slow pit stop. And there's the green flag for stage 2. Now Montoya down to the inside of the 10. And Juan Pablo Montoya, in his first race back since 2014, has taken up 2nd. Now a 3-wide battle for the 3rd spot as Kyle Busch backs out. Myatt Snider up into the position. Montoya right on the back bumper of the 17, now trying to make a move for the lead coming into turn 3. Montoya backs out of the throttle with the 17 carrying momentum coming off turn 3. Montoya now to the inside of Chris Buescher taking the lead coming off turn number 2. The 02 car of Juan Pablo Montoya is now out front. Now Blaney to the inside of Hamlin, and the 12 car has moved up into 4th. But Truex trying to go down to the inside of the 12. Here comes a move by Truex Jr. down to the inside of the 93. Trying to move up into 3rd spot. It looks like Blaney is going to move up into 6th spot. Brad Keselowski, running a mirror paint scheme to Juan Pablo Montoya, will drive into 7th. Now the 93 trying to make a move onto the inside of the 10. That will move Myatt Snyder up into 4th. Chris Buescher is not letting Montoya get away with the lead, though, as he is tucked right up on the back bumper of that 02 car. And we have had another incident. I believe it was between turns 3 and 4. Juan Montoya is your leader, coming back to the caution above Chris Buescher, Martin Truex Jr., Myatt Snyder, and Eric Almirola. And your most recent winner, Brandon Jones, Cole Custer, and his teammate Clint Boyer go 3 wide off turn 3. The 41 car gets clipped by the 81, spinning Custer around and right back up in front of the field. Makes contact with the 81 and 21 cars, as well involving the 43, 22, and I believe a few others got slight damage. And the first car off pit road is Chris Buescher getting out in front of Juan Montoya, stealing the lead back with Myatt Snyder running in 3rd, Eric Almirola 4th, and Ryan Blaney in 5th. And there's the green flag with just 3 laps to go in Stage 2. Ryan Blaney already taking a look to the inside of the 10, trying to move his way back up into 4th. Montoya right on the back bumper of the 17, trying to take a look down on the inside. And Juan Montoya is now back out front. Myatt Snyder making a lot of gains on him down the back straight. Coming right up to the back bumper of that 02 car. He's got Blaney on his back bumper, though. Now Snyder to the inside. Snyder comes up to side draft. There's now 3 Team Penske cars in the top 4. At the stripe, let's see who it's going to be. It looks like it's going to be Montoya to lead this lap. The 93 car is still side drafting him down the front straight. And Myatt Snyder is now your leader. Brad Keselowski's driven his way up into 2nd, and Snyder's team owner, Ryan Sieg, runs in 3rd. Keselowski building a run on the 93 down the back straight. Takes a look onto the inside. But Myatt Snyder holds better momentum coming off the corner to clear him off turn number 3. Now Ryan Sieg down to the inside. And there is the white flag in Stage 2 for Myatt Snyder. Brad Keselowski was able to clear the 39 down the front straight to retain 2nd spot. He's only got 1 more car in front of him. Montoya back to the inside of the 10. That will move Juan Montoya up into 4th. Montoya with a move onto the inside of the 39. And there was a big checkup with a 10 car drifting wide coming off turn number 4. And Myatt Snyder is now won Stage 2 above Brad Keselowski, then Ryan Sieg, Juan Montoya, and Kevin Harvick, who stole 5th. NASCAR on Speed Station is being brought to you by Built by Me Chassis and Engine Parts, by Smeat Heat, the real canned meat paste, and by Start and Park, the official motel brand of NASCAR. So Myatt Snyder is coming down pit road with Juan Montoya, Kyle Busch, and several others, while the 2 car of Keselowski will stay out above Ryan Sieg and Kevin Harvick, who will now restart 1, 2, and 3. And because he was one of the several drivers who stayed out, Timothy Peters has now driven his way up into 6th spot in the 87. And there's the green flag for the final stage. Here comes a move by Harvick down to the inside of Ryan Sieg, trying to attempt a pass for 2nd. And Harvick has taken up the position. Now William Byron moving his way up into 4th. Down to the inside of the 39, Byron has moved his way up into 3rd. Here comes the 4 car with a big run on the 2. Harvick making a move onto the inside line into 3 for the lead. And Kevin Harvick is now your leader at Indianapolis. William Byron battling alongside the 2 of Brad Keselowski for 2nd. It looks like Keselowski will retain second spot. The 19 car of Truex moves his way up into fourth, and the 99 of Briscoe into fifth. Now Truex down to the inside of the 24. And Martin Truex Jr. is into third. Chase Briscoe's just gotten around the 24 to move his way up into fourth, but Timothy Peters has driven his way into fifth. Byron back down on the inside of Timothy Peters, and the 24 car is back up into fifth spot. Now the 99 car of Chase Briscoe onto the inside of the 19. Those two are battling for third. Here comes a move by the 2 car of Brad Keselowski to the inside of Kevin Harvick. Keselowski going to try and side draft down the front straight, as you now see Martin Truex Jr. getting up into this battle. Truex taking a look onto the inside of the 2 now. He's got drafting help coming from Briscoe. And Martin Truex Jr. has driven his way up into second. Briscoe now into third. Looks like Byron will take up fourth. And Keselowski still losing several positions on the outside line. Now the 19 with a huge run coming on the 4, but the 99 tries to make a move for second on the inside. And Martin Truex Jr. is now taking the lead coming off of turn number 2. The 99 car of Chase Briscoe now battles him down the back straight, but the 19 car of Truex cuts him off entering turn number 3 to retain the lead. Now the 12 and 4 cars of Harvick and Blaney battle side by side, and Harvick will cut down in front of the 12 to take up the third spot. And where did Austin Dillon come from? He currently runs in fifth. Now the 99 back down to the inside of the 19. He's got some help coming from the 4 and 12. And Chase Briscoe is now back out front in Indianapolis. Harvick up into second, Blaney into third, Truex still falling down positions, with Austin Dillon now trying to get around him. And now the 4 car of Harvick battles with the 99 for the lead. The 99 and 4 still battle for the spot, but looks like Briscoe will take it coming off of turn number 4. The 12 car has been moved up out of the third spot, with Austin Dillon taking up the position in the 3. Here comes a move by Dillon down the back straight, trying to take up second off Harvick. And Austin Dillon will take up the spot. Those two running side by side has allowed the 99 car to gap them by a significant margin. The lead is almost out to half a second. Now just 20 laps to go here at Indianapolis. Harvick now making a move onto the inside of Austin Dillon. And Kevin Harvick has moved his way back up into second. Ryan Blaney back into third. Martin Truex Jr. is now hitting pit road. Along with him comes Drew Herring, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., and a few others, including Scott Dixon. Now Kevin Harvick with a move back down to the inside of the 99, challenging him for the lead. Briscoe still holds the top spot above Harvick, but Harvick is not letting him get away with the lead, as they are within 2/10. So now Briscoe, Harvick, Blaney, and a lot of the lead lap cars are entering the pits, but Juan Montoya and Chris Buescher will stay out. So your full top 5 is now Montoya, Buescher, Myatt Snider, Kyle Busch, and Joey Logano. Juan Montoya is now hitting the pits. That throws the lead over to Chris Buescher. Now this does make you wonder how long the 17, 93, and 18 cars can go on fuel, because they're trying to run off strategy in the hopes to get a caution, so they can try and lap a lot of the competitive cars to have an advantage and hopefully win the Brickyard 400. Alright, so now the 17 car of Buescher is pitting, as well as the 93 and 18, and it looks like the 81 car is as well hitting the pits. And if their strategy plays out in their favor, and they are able to get around the cars that have pitted this time by, Ryan Blaney will assume the lead above Kevin Harvick, Alex Bowman, Eric Almirola, and Martin Truex Jr. See that dot right there on the racetrack? That's the 12 car of Blaney. Look at how fast he's coming up around the 17, and Blaney is now your leader. So with Blaney assuming the lead, that throws the second spot over to Harvick, third to the 10 car of Almirola, fourth to the 88, and fifth to the 19 of Martin Truex Jr. Kevin Harvick is within 2/10 of a second of that 12 car of Blaney, although behind the 4, you have to go 1 second back to his teammate Eric Almirola. So it appears that we have a 2-man race to decide the Brickyard 400. And take a look at this. Juan Pablo Montoya has just driven his way around the 39 car of Ryan Sieg to move his way up into 6th. Drew Herring in the 96 car for Gaunt Brothers currently runs in 8th, so a good run for several unexpected front runners. The 88 car of Alex Bowman has just moved his way up into 3rd, getting around the 10 of Eric Almirola. The 19 car of Truex as well moved up into 4th. Harvick lost quite a bit of time coming off turn number 4 that last lap. Still losing momentum down the front straight. Looks like Blaney's lead might be out to almost 1 second. Just look at the separation between the 12 and 4. Harvick still can close right up to the back bumper of the 12, but can't quite get around him. And just take a look at the gap back to 3rd spot, who is currently held by Alex Bowman as he battles alongside Eric Almirola. They are close to 4, almost 5 seconds back from race leader Ryan Blaney. Eric Almirola has retaken 3rd spot. Now the 88-19 cars battle for 4th, with Bowman taking the position. Just 5 laps to go here at the Brickyard, and Kevin Harvick is still within striking distance of that 12 car, but just can't get right up alongside of him to try to pressure him for the spot. The caution flag has come out with just 2 laps to go. Ryan Blaney is your leader, and in the race back to the flag, that will determine the finishing order of the race. That means one last shot for Kevin Harvick to try to win his 2nd Brickyard 400. So Harvick is there, but it's not going to be good enough. In the race back to the caution, it is Ryan Blaney above Kevin Harvick. Then in 3rd, it is Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman, and then in 5th, it is Martin Truex Jr. So if Blaney can make it back about 2 more miles now, he will have won the Miller Lite Brickyard 400. And although it is under caution, Ryan Blaney, the point leader entering this race, will extend his point lead by winning the Miller Lite Brickyard 400. And the race-ending caution was brought out by Michael McDowell turning around Ricky Stenhouse Jr., entering turn number 3 and slamming the 47 hard up into the outside wall. So Ryan Blaney wins it above Kevin Harvick, then Eric Almirola, Alex Bowman, Martin Truex Jr., Ryan Sieg, Juan Pablo Montoya in his only Cup Series start this season, Drew Herring, Chase Briscoe, and Daniel Suarez round out the top 10. So after Blaney scoring his 2nd win of the year at Indianapolis, he now has a 53-point gap above Denny Hamlin, who has moved up to 2nd in points. Joey Logano drops down to 3rd, Chase Briscoe moves up to 4th, Kevin Harvick moves up to 5th, Clint Bowyer falls down to 6th position, with Kyle Busch falling down to 7th. Martin Truex Jr. moves up to 8th spot. Daniel Suarez stays in 9th, and Chris Buescher stays in 10th. And then the playoff standings, because we had no additional winners, that means no one else is locked in. But then look at the playoff cutoff line, with Chase Briscoe only 13 points above, Chris Buescher is 13 points out, Kurt Busch is 50 points out, Ross Chastain is 66 points out, and Ryan Newman is 82 points out of the cutoff. The next race is the Hollywood Casino 400 from Kansas Speedway. Catch it right here on the Speed Station.